Hey everyone, this is going to be a message for April 24th. Okay, April 24th, a message for April 24th. Now, I don't know that it's going to be a tarot reading. I don't know that we're going to have time for that. If you're looking for a tarot reading, or if you're not into the real messages, click off the video now. I promise you, well, I don't know, fuck, it may be for you, but probably not. All right. I don't know where to start. With everything that's been coming out and everything that's been overlapping, I just feel like I need to put this message for anyone that needs to hear it. It may spark a memory. It may activate something. You may have more information for us. It may, whatever you may have to say, or us even talking through it, may spark more information from me. All right, where we came from, what we're doing here, what we need to do, these memories, these things, what is going on, right? Here we go. This message is going to be the best I can do. First of all, let me take a moment to thank my guides, my guardians, my ancestors, but most of all, most importantly, my creator, but also any lesser deities that have chosen to come forward already with me this evening and convey these messages. All right. All of this shit started with alarms and sirens and timers and bells and horns. And if you've been following these readings, it's pretty clear. It went from that and back and forth to birds, okay? The birds acting as the sirens, the birds chirping, the birds' music, the birds then became the signals. And then we started to notice that everybody has a direct correlation with a certain type of bird. But then as we're talking about the birds, somebody with a message comes through about a bird. Random. Completely across the United States or even country. World. So now I'm doing readings and they're starting to overlap. Where I'm just noticing things about people. I mean, I can feel them. I can feel them when I'm tapping into them. There's something very different here going on. And obviously, they were drawn to me for the same reason, because they're having memories of Atlantis and the pyramids, and they're having, it's just too much. It's too much to be a fucking coincidence. So here we go. In the last few readings that have overlapped, now we're going back several months, and we're even going to go back to about 6 or 7 years ago. But so the last readings that have overlapped, people were asking for past life information and memories and wondering what the fuck was going on, right? The arts continue to come out. And as I'm reading today, I'm saying there's something very specific about these guitar strings, the way that they vibrate, the tightness, the way, there's something very, very specific about the guitar strings. That person happens to be very, would you say, attracted to or fully immersed in both sacred geometry. Right? What is sacred geometry? Math, patterns, answers, wisdom, resonance, vibration, frequency. All right. So, I'm starting. Remember, in one of the readings, I said, look into the river, look into the mirror, look into the reflection. You may get answers about your past lives or past life and not like what you see there. But it was part of you. Okay, this has also been coming out in these types of readings. Hell, right now, everything is overlapping everything, even the love readings that, you know, I try to be, you know, light and playful with for people, because people are what people are. Okay, I'm not here to whatever. So the arts continue to come out. There's something very specific about the strings. While I'm in this reading, they show me a flash of a dream that I had maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I don't know. I don't know. And it's like fucking, I don't even know what time it is right now. Maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. In this dream, I got into a truck with a woman. She was giving me a ride somewhere. I don't know why I got into the truck with her. I don't know why I needed a ride. She was young. She was very pretty. White. Like, really white. Like, almost porcelain looking. Very, very pretty. She had bright blue eyes, and she had long blonde hair that was in a braid. Very petite, and the truck was blue. The reason I'm giving you all these details is because I don't know what may spark something for you, all right? The truck was blue. We're driving down the road. I don't even know where we're going. Again, I don't know why I'm in the truck. She tells me, "You don't know who you are." And I'm just looking at her, and she says, "You're not who you are, or you're not who you think you are." And she just keeps saying these like weird riddles. Like, you're not who you are who you are, and who you are. Like, just weird fucking and shit. I'm just staring at her. Like, okay, bitch, like, okay, are you gonna tell me who I am? Like, so you have answers? And I'm like, really, I'm hanging on every word she's saying, but she's just talking in riddles back and forth. And then she says, "If I tell you who you are, you can't tell the other muses." We pull up to a gas station, and she goes inside. I don't know, but I sense there's something shady going on with her in the store. Now, in the last reading I did not put together this piece of information until several hours later, after doing, you know, what I do. I do remember her sort of, you know, leaning up against the counter, like very, far more than flirtatious, very enticing, right? Very seductive. She leans over the counter. She's like, you know, sticking out her ass. You know, she's getting really close with the guy behind the counter. I do remember that. Like I said, I just felt like I didn't know what was about to happen, but I feel like there was something underhanded or shady going on. I woke up, okay? And when I woke up, I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't think. I was like, I don't know what. First of all, up until that point, I never knew that there was more than one muse in mythology. I always thought that a muse, to be very honest with you, the first time I ever heard of a muse was from the movie Dogma, okay? Selma Hayek was the muse. So I just assumed that there was only one muse, being, you know, something metaphorical for inspiration, right? But you know, just like just a metaphor of inspiration. When I looked up, because now I'm hearing muses, the other muses, so I'm thinking, so are you telling me that I'm a muse? Or are you saying that you're a muse? Like, are you the muse telling me not to tell the other ones on you? Or are you about to tell me that I'm one and I can't tell the other ones? I don't know, right? So anyways, I look up muses, specific, plural, and turns out in Greek mythology there were 9 muses. The number 9 is significant because I've had several journeys, and remember, in one of the readings recently, the Sisters card came out with the order of things, the natural order. And I said, oh yeah, there's an order, all right. So keep that in mind, the order. There is an order. There's a council of 9. I've seen them in several ways. Most times, though, there's 3 in the front and 6 behind them. So that was significant to me, the fact that there were 9 muses. I don't know what I was looking for. I was just looking, okay? Because the dream, it was like, I don't know. So I was just looking. I kept being drawn to the one with the harp, the music one, for some reason. But it didn't really look like the one that came to me in my dream, and it definitely doesn't look like me. It definitely doesn't feel like me, you know, or anything that would sort of, and I'm not saying I'm a muse. See, this goes so deep, and oh God, I don't want to make this video, like, it's already going to be long enough. Everything is symbolism, okay? Everything is symbolic. Everything is a program here, basically, a doctrine, a whatever you want to fucking call it, all right? Symbolism. So, anyways, I kept being drawn to the one with the harp. So, there's that. Okay, sorry, I paused the video because I was trying to figure out where to go next to, like, make the message flow as clear as possible. I don't know that that's going to happen, so y'all just bear with me, and I understand if you dislike the video. The other day, I don't remember what message it was, what reading it was, if it was even a public reading, I want to say that it was, but they showed me a vision of a person with no arms. The arms had been cut off. And the message came out that you gave up your power, because I asked who cut off your arms, and they said you did. You cut off your own arms. And then they said, by letting them cut your arms off, you did. You took your power. By letting them cut your arms off. You cut your own arms off. You took your own power. And it went from an actual person that they were showing me to a very statuesque type of figure that I was seeing. And immediately Nike popped into my head. Now, of course, I'm not conveying this in the reading because so much information comes in that it's, you know, I kind of try to sift through. And if I were to, well, here's what I feel like. I don't know if this is actually true, but I feel like if I were to convey everything that came through the way that it comes through, people would get very lost very quick, because it can get very abstract and very deep and very fucking out there. So I try to sift through best I can and only convey what I think people will connect, all right? So I didn't say that, but immediately I'm thinking Nike. Now, when this particular person hits me up for her reading today, I know that I need to go back and watch her reading. In that reading, the card for Nike, the power goddess cards that I pull for y'all sometimes, comes out Nike. Okay? What about Nike? All right, Nike has no arms, but before she lost her arms, okay, she was said to have her right arm extended up with her hand cupping her mouth, about to shout her victory. What else about Nike? Nike has wings. Okay. There's that. What about Nike? Nike channels. Okay, Nike channels information from several different places. She's a processor of sorts. I hope somebody's following this. Okay, so I then, because both of these people in their readings came out that they have blocked their own information. They took their own power away. They blocked themselves out because they knew that they were going to be behind enemy lines. So they hid the information from themselves. Okay? And when I'm talking about them, but I already kind of knew this about me. This is my first kind of, I guess, encounter with other people that it applied to. So, yes, knew that they were going to be behind enemy lines, so blocked it from themselves. And I also saw them in this sort of hypnotic state. And I used those specific words in at least one of these readings. And as soon as I hear that, now I'm watching back tonight, or, last night, whatever, it's all fucking one day for me, Jesus. I hear, wake up, the timer. I also hear whatever reading I've recently done where I was seeing, they were telling me somebody's in a hypnotic state. Wake up. If you notice, there's a lot of messages about sleeping and waking up, and sound the alarms, the sirens, the knocking. Wake up. I asked who was in a hypnotic state, and they were specifically showing me the movie Get Out with that black dude that's in that hypnotic state, and that chick with the coffee cup. Okay. There's bells and sirens, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if there's something about a fucking goat too. There's something with horns that he looks up at, all right? So I'm going to expand on that in a minute. Let me backtrack and go back to the reading. There's a dragon in that reading. Immediately when I see that, I hear the order of the dragon. Now, I don't know where to go from here. I do, but I don't. All right. I didn't know the Order of a Dragon was a thing until tonight. Yeah, so there's that. I had a dream about, I'm going to assume about 6 or 7 years ago, where I was in a war with, I was just doing what I've always done in battle and war, and I'm fucking bloodthirsty. It is what it is, all right? Or blood drunk, or both. Let's just keep it all the way real. I was wearing very odd clothes. Even in my dream, I was like, what the fuck is that? Even as I'm in the dream, which what is a memory, and some people don't know the difference. I don't know how y'all don't know the difference, because to me it's very, very different, and it's very, very apparent. The differences are very apparent. Anyway, it's weird to me that I'm wearing these fucking this robe, these weird robe. Like I'm wearing a robe underneath my robe, but one of the robes on the top, it's like a poncho, but it doesn't have sides. It's just like a front flap and a back flap, and it's real thick, and it's black with a red cross on it. And it was very odd to me. It was just fucking odd. That's weird. Red and black cross, like those colors, red and black involving Christianity. Red and black is power. One of the first things they teach you at the Art Institute, and I'm assuming most colleges, or at least they should, is that you never go into an interview wearing red and black, because you will likely not get the job, because when you walk in, it appears that you're overconfident, because red and black are that is the most powerful combination of colors. And it conveys the message that you are already above whoever is interviewing you. It causes intimidation on a subconscious level, and you most likely do not get the job. So, very significant. Now, as I'm in this war, I see the man that I'm fighting for stealing food, right? don't know that a lot of people noticed that, or anybody. I'm sure there were other people that knew, but me and a lot of the people, we did not know. We did not know that we were slaughtering innocent people, and that they were taking what little they had, and they did have very little. And we had way too much, and they had very little, and we were taking anything that they had of value, and we were slaughtering them. And I see them stealing the food, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look down at the cross that I'm wearing, like this weird flap thing, and I realize that I'm fighting for the wrong side. And I think I even say it out loud. And so now I'm behind enemy lines, right? Because now in my consciousness and my awareness and where I'm at, I've switched sides now, because I realize I'm on the wrong side of things. I'm fighting the wrong battle. And I also realize that I am right by this dude, because I'm on the front lines. I'm fighting for this guy, and whatever whatever his cause, his purpose. And I realize I'm close enough to him, and probably the closest to him, and I can take him out. And when I'm about to take him out, someone notices me, and they shout or holler something. I don't know. They get his attention, and I wake up. Now, I heard the Order of the Dragon. What's the Order of the Dragon? Well, in these particular readings that continue to overlap, I'm seeing that we were used. We were used for our loyalty and our faith. Okay, they used our loyalty and our faith against us, and we didn't know what we were doing. Now remember, some of this, take it literal, take it, metaphorically, whatever, take it. A lot of it is symbolism, okay? But all of this shit is symbolism, because it's all programs, all right? This, if you believe that this is a simulation. So they used us. They used us, and for whatever reason, we didn't know. So what's the Order of the Dragon? We were the Order of the Dragon. We were the Order of the Dragon. The Order of the Dragon started in Hungary or Germany, maybe, I don't know, fucking somewhere, right? Somewhere over there. It was the Christian Crusades. They lied to us, and we were the Order of the Dragon. We were fighting for the cross. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were fighting in the name of the cross or whatever. Now, immediately, while I'm piecing this together, I hear, and I have been hearing, so random, because I've not heard this song. I don't even know what's the name of it, but it's Constantinople, not Constantinople, right? That may be the name of it. Fuck, I don't know. I've not heard that song since I was a little girl. And I specifically remember that song because I remember rocking out to that song because it was on Tiny Toons with Daffy Duck. And I think he was like getting treasure, or I don't know what. I seem to remember him in like a shrinking or something in a shell on a beach. I don't fucking know. But I remember that song on Tiny Toons with Daffy Duck. And I remember liking that song and rocking out to that song. And I've not heard that song. I don't remember when's the last time I heard that song, but I've been hearing it random. It's been popping up for like 2 weeks. Well, and I'm like, before tonight, I didn't even know Constantinople was a place, y'all. I did not even know that was a real fucking place. Especially not, shit, as far as I knew, it was just a song on Tiny Toons. So, here we go. Constantinople, not Constantinople, right? Because they changed the name. Constantinople was changed to Istanbul. Istanbul. Constantinople was changed to Istanbul. So Istanbul was Constantinople. Constantinople was Nova Roma. Nova Roma was, and I'm probably going to slaughter this name, Byzantium, okay? Byzantium. Constantinople was the capital of Byzantium. So in this song, when they say, why did Constantinople get the works? Meaning, why did they get, you know, I want to say slaughtered, but, you know, wiped out, they fell, right? That the power taken from them, they fell. Why? And then they say, that's the business of the Turks, or I don't know, something about the Turks, because that's where it's at, all right? It's over in northern, whatever, Turkey, Middle Eastern, whatever, oh, fucking over there, all right? Asia somewhere, I believe. So why did Byzantium fall? Because of Constantine, all right? Constantine chose that place and declared it the new Rome, right? With Constantinople being the capital. Constantine is the one that established he established Christianity as Rome's official religion. He did a lot of backdoor, backhanded, underhanded shit with doctrine and power and, you know, shit like that. Constantine led the Christian Crusades. Constantine put together the Order of the Dragon after some weird fucking vision he saw in the sun. I don't know, the sun was in his eyes, or he saw the cross, or I don't know what that dude was smoking, but this is not, okay, so I'm going back and forth between mythology and history, right? I hope y'all can catch that with all this me, with all this me, all right? So we were supposed to feed the people. Okay, so this is significant with the dream. We were supposed to feed the people, and yet we were taking their food. So we were supposed to be feeding the people knowledge. We came here to empower them. Remember, I told you, I think we might have tried this before. We came here with truth. We came here with truth, and they trusted us. The people trusted us, and we failed them. We were supposed to give them truth. We were supposed to give them wisdom. We were supposed to give them knowledge. We were supposed to wake them up. And we got tricked in the mix and ended up on the wrong side. We ended up behind enemy lines. And by the time we figured it out, it was too late. So, now, back to the no arms and the hypnotic state and them showing me Get Out. That movie, they're hijacking consciousness. That's what they're doing. They're putting people in a hypnotic state, and then they're hijacking their consciousness. Essentially, walk-ins, but in a bad way, right? Some of you identify with walk-ins on, in a good, there's good and bad in everything, right? And I talked about uploading the consciousness the other day. In that movie, who are the people that are hijacking the consciousness? Of the black people, which in that movie, they deem as a superior, I think how they put it is like, the black people have the superior body, the superior like physical attributes, and they believe that the white people have the superior mind, and so they aim to make like a superior being, a superior race, right? And they don't want to die. It's a whole bunch of fucking symbolism, all right? So bear with me. They hijack the consciousness, and in that movie, the people that are hijacking it is the Order of the Coagula. All right? What the fuck does that mean, right? The Order of the Coagula. Now remember the bells, remember the sirens, remember the hypnosis, all right? And the goats. I don't know what, I haven't pieced all together the goat yet, but the goat! Well, yeah, maybe I have. It's just hard for me to, like, get it out in a fucking solid stream of information. All right, so what is coagula? I believe they were making a reference to alchemy. Why do I say that? Because, and I'm probably going to slaughter the pronunciation, but solve, or I don't know, it's Latin, all right? Solve et coagula, like SOLVEETCOAGULA, solve et coagula, all right, which is to break down. Solve is to break down, okay? It's breaking down, and coagula is to come back together, right? To gel together. Coagula, coagulation, right? Coagulated blood. So that term is the breaking down and bringing back together, which is, in its most basic form, alchemy, right? Because what do you do in alchemy? You break down something to the smallest components, and then you cleanse it of any impurities. Then you put it back together as something either whatever, more useful, more valuable, whatever. Okay, this is why all the gold, alchemists and gold, right? So, the goat, the Baphomet, who has that Latin, where have I seen the Baphomet? The Baphomet had a tattoo on each arm, solve on one, coagula on the other. As above, so below, also the Baphomet, all right? Masculine and feminine, also the Baphomet. You have to understand, if you go back and research the Baphomet, it wasn't until way later that it was associated with evil. And that's, you know, that has to do with people taking the symbol up and whatever. Do that on your own time. If you feel like it, if you want to, like, a lot of people will be like, Baphomet evil. I'm done with this bitch. And that's fine too. So here we go. In that, I think it's the Atbash cipher code translates Baphomet to Sophia. All right. Sophia is the goddess of wisdom in mythology. All right. But it's also been translated to baptized of wisdom, right? Which is the baptism of fire. For those of you that read that and don't know what it means, lots of symbolism, lots of lies hidden between truths and truths hidden between lies, right? What did somebody tell me the other day? Whoever has ears, let him hear. Whoever has eyes, let him see. Can you hear me though? Can you hear me though? So who is Sophia? That's the Queen of Wands I was talking about. That's the spider. That's the octopus. That's the one with the tentacles. They've also, Sophia is a artificial intelligence, as above, so below. So you can go look up Sophia if you haven't already seen that creepy shit. I want to say she's recently got her citizenship or some weird, more creepy shit. I could be making that up, but I feel like I did read something about that or hear something about that. Why'd they name her Sophia? As above, so below. I'm just saying. Sophia was the goddess of wisdom. Okay. The sirens. What's a siren? An alarm. Yeah. Okay. But that, remember the dream that I told you about the heart implants? Remember when I told you that I got so mad that I was literally shooting out a frequency from my body, like it looked like airway. I was seeing the airwaves, right? The sound, like I was seeing the sound so powerful that it blew them through the walls. Okay. Nike has wings. Sirens have wings. Nike's arms were cut off as she was about to announce victory. She could shout it. Song. Sound. Vibrating. All right. What is somatic? Somatics is a sound frequency that forms matter. Okay? So could you hypnotize someone through somatics? Could you condition someone under hypnosis through somatics? I don't know. I think so. I'm thinking so. Now, what is a siren? Like, what's the difference between a siren and a muse? Well, the muse is thought to be of pure intentions, true divinity, truth. The siren is the opposite. The siren is a lower level. The siren, I'm not looking for enchants, lures, right? The siren lures, essentially hypnotizing someone, sailors, right? With the sound of music, vibrations, frequency. They put them in a hypnotic state and they lure them to do shit that they don't know that they're doing, or whatever, right? You have one, the truth, one, the lie. Equally beautiful, right? Equally seductive, equally sexual, whatever. So this is part of the inversion, okay? What did we do? We helped Constantine, right? Again, symbolically. We help Constantine and realistically with this bullshit false doctrine and make religion what it is and put it at the forefront and put it in power. So what do we possibly helped with the virus. We possibly helped somehow, not knowing, indirect, with the fuck up, with, causing the imbalance. And or it was already that way, for whatever reason. Well, we may have helped with that too. Indirectly, no matter, I don't think how you slice it, we had a hand in it. I think we came back to try to fix it, and I think we might have messed it up worse, and I think that's why we had to maybe wait so long. And this is why I don't know, again, it's all just fucking hypothesis, but I think this may be why we've hidden information from ourselves. If you remember me talking about how I don't know why we did it that way. I don't know why we put a little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here, to where at certain points we would be activated. Probably because we were going to be behind enemy lines and we already fucked up once. By trying to make, like, it was already fucked up, possibly. We came down here for a reason. And I feel like the reason was beyond the experience. And I say that because I have that life that I remember is as old as it is. What is that? Constantine, like fucking 2nd or 4th BC? Or some shit like that. Century. Century. And I have way older memories, lives. So that's a more recent one. As old as it is, that's a more recent one. So we were here before too. We were here before. Yep. I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but I don't, it's just so much information and it's hard for me to, put it in a solid stream or thought. And so there's that. So anyways, for those of you wondering about your tribe and things like that, can I say that we're all in the same tribe? Yes and no, right? Because the way that I've seen it, the way that it's been shown to me ever since I was a little girl is like we're under this, like we're under an umbrella, but we all have our own groups. And we all came here for different reasons. And yeah, I don't know. There you go. There you go. Okay, I also forgot to say that the symbolism of the muse, right, is inspiration. What is inspiration? It's where ideas form. Where ideas form is where creation forms in the imagination, right? Anything you can imagine, you can have, you can create. Okay, so it's important to understand creation energy and the creators of this realm, the original one. I don't know that we created this particular one, because I think it might have created itself out of what we created, but I think we were the original creators. Not, that came out wrong. We weren't the original creators. Something created us, but we had a hand somehow in creating the first, I want to say, version of this. Yeah. So I forgot to add that the whole reason I told you about the dream and what the woman was actually doing in the store and how seductive she was is because I'm thinking she was a siren. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But the way that she was being very seductive and trying to lure this man. So I'm thinking, and well, the whole reason I'm saying that is because you have the real and you have the mimic. You have the carbon copy. You've got the organic and you've got the AI. And I think she might have been AI. I think she might have been the inversion. It's all an inversion. Everything is fucking backwards. Everything is backwards.